Hey, copying YouTube channels has made me just over $3.5 million, including this first channel right here where we made $960,000 from copying this channel, AJ the Bold. As well, I own this channel where we've done $790,000 of revenue from just AdSense, not counting sponsorships. And on this channel, we copied this original creator, Ghost to Lane. I also have this channel here where we earned $146,000 from copying this guy right here, Jensel the Pencil, and as well another channel where we earned $516,000. This one right here where we actually did 333 million views. The revenue data unfortunately is deleted because it's kind of an old channel, but I have some screenshots here. You could see 333 million views, the screenshot from before. 332 million views, and we earned $700,000. What happens is YouTube actually deletes your revenue data when you get like unmonetized. We had some of just our data deleted from the analytics page. We also have this channel here, which is no longer monetized. On this one, most recently as well, I did a shorts channel really quickly where we kind of started just super quickly, made videos for like a few weeks and got to like $4,000 in literally just 2 weeks from copying this shorts channel that makes these videos posting movie clips. And the truth is that every single successful YouTube channel that I've ever made involved copying another YouTube channel in some way. And so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did that and how you can do it yourself, because success on YouTube is seriously that easy. You just have to copy other channels. And when I actually applied this method, usually we would blow up. And when I actually applied this method, I didn't always do this at the start with each individual channel, but when we finally started doing this on each respective channel that I just showed you, it always blew up within just the first 5 to 10 videos or even less, oftentimes within about 2 to 3 weeks. And in many cases, such as with our animations channel here, we blew up on literally the very first video. I'll show you here, we got almost 1 million views on the first video, 13 million views on the second video on this channel. And that was just from copying other YouTube channels. And this is just the fastest way to get success on YouTube if your goal is to get rich and you don't care what content you're gonna make. You just wanna make money and make a lot of money as fast as possible. And just as a fun little side note, while I was actually preparing the research for this video, I stumbled across this little screenshot here from our Minecraft channel here, where we had a single month right when we hit 1 million subscribers. It's just beautiful screenshot, I love that. But we had a single month, you can see last 28 days, where we made $62,000 in a single month. So not only does this method make you money as fast as possible within literally 2 to 3 weeks of starting a channel, at least in my experience, it makes you a ton of money and is very sustainable to have years of success in the long run. So let's talk about this. So let's dive into this. So let me show you exactly how to do this. Now, first of all, there are 2 separate categories to copying other YouTube channels. The first one is just straight up one-to-one, like 100% copying what another channel is doing. And the second aspect is what I like to call adjacent copying, where you're essentially just taking very, very heavy inspiration from another channel. You're not doing exactly what they're doing, but you're copying like 80% of what they're doing and adding your own little twist on it. So copying with a twist is another way to describe it. So first of all, let's talk about copying one-to-one, because I think that's probably one of the easier ways to do it. And in my experience, just works really reliably as long as you're doing it within one of these 3 categories that I've written here. So the first one is if you're making videos in a really new niche. So that means you're entering a new market that is just popping up and the channels within that market are under 3 to 4 weeks old. So that is the strategy we did on this channel right here, Valorant Curios. This is a channel that makes videos about Valorant. We do these like fun little gameplay challenges where we take a bunch of really good players and really bad players and we put them against each other in a bunch of interesting ways. Again, I did copy this Ghost to Lane channel, who originally did that in League of Legends. But with Valorant, the reason why we're able to have success with this is because we started this channel when the game first came out. So a new niche. The best way to find new niches is when something new happens, when something new comes out, whether that's a new video game, a new movie series, a new movie IP, or like new TV shows, new celebrity scandal, new entertainment drama, or something like that, right? Like there's always new stuff happening in the world, in the communities, new things that people are being interested in, just anything new that comes out that people are going to want to watch videos of. This is one of my biggest strategies that we do on our gaming channels for obvious reasons, because there's always new games coming out. Like literally every single month, there's a new game that comes out that blows up on YouTube. So it's probably one of the easiest markets to do this strategy with. But generally what I'll look for is just channels that are less than 3 to 4 weeks old that are really blowing up. So if you find a channel that's less than 3 to 4 weeks old that is blowing up like crazy, then that is a really good opportunity where you can literally just go and copy exactly what that channel is doing. So let me show you just a really quick example of another way that I like to do this type of research. So for finding niches, probably the easiest way to do it in general, just searching for channels or videos where it's content that has a lot of views and it's made on a new channel or a channel that doesn't have a lot of subscribers. So for example, if I want to, let's just type in, I don't know, something completely random like basketball. What I'm going to do is use a search filter here. With this one, I'm specifically using the NextLive Chrome extension. If you want a free version, you can also use the vidIQ Chrome extension. I could have some links for you guys in the description for this stuff, but really there's like 100 different tools that will allow you to do this kind of search. And you can do it without any tools as well too. Like you could just use the YouTube filters as well, but it's a little bit trickier, I guess. But what we're going to do is look for videos that are posted within the last, 20 days or so. So I'll just go select that right now. So we're looking for videos in the last 20 days. We're going to do long form videos. And then what I'm going to do is search for videos with at least, let's say, probably 50,000 views from channels with, let's say, 15,000 subscribers or less. Okay, so let's continue with that example, like gaming content or whatever. Like it's a good niche for faceless videos because it's really easy to make faceless gaming videos. One of the biggest niches right now with gaming is, of course, Roblox. So what we can do here is use like a YouTube search filter. So what I have is the NextLive Chrome extension. You can use like the vidIQ Chrome extension for like a free tool, but you could also just use like the YouTube search filters here and just look through the videos that are posted within like the past week, the past month. Like I'll just use the YouTube search filters right here actually. And so you can get like a free extension that shows you the subscriber count of the channel so that you could see it really easily. And so what we're going to do is just look for, videos that are doing really well with channels that don't have a ton of subscribers. Now, Roblox is a really saturated niche, so using the YouTube filters probably isn't going to be good enough here, but let's just try it because I want to give you guys like an example with free tools. So we'll sort by view count. There's going to be videos from the last week. We get a lot of shorts, of course, so we probably want to filter for just long form videos in this case. Can't even do that. Okay, we're just gonna have to scroll through a bunch of shorts. Man, the YouTube search filters are just terrible. That's why I would generally use like a Chrome extension feature. But you can definitely find some. Like if you look deep enough, if you scroll for long enough, you can definitely find like a few on channels that are doing really well. But what I'm going to show is I'm just going to show you guys how I would do it because I know this works. So I'm using the NextLive Chrome extension. You could also use the vidIQ Chrome extension. There's like 10 other tools that do this as well. So what we want to look for is videos that are doing really well on new and small channels. So I'm going to filter to 15,000 subscribers or less, or I guess 1 to 15,000 subscribers, and videos with 50,000 views or more, long form, and let's do like the last, I don't know, however many, 20 days or so. And so here we're going to find just a bunch, well, 3 videos, I guess, technically, but this could be a really good opportunity for you to possibly make videos about. Like maybe you're going to make videos about these characters or this type of concept. I'm not a big Roblox expert. I'm just using this as an example. But, we find 3 videos here that are, 8.4 thousand subscribers, 9.6, and okay, we got a few more. I guess it was just loading actually. So that's really good. We're going to get a couple more here. The search filter is just loading, but you can see like, this is a really good idea here, right? Like 100 days solo and the 99 nights in the forest, 1.5 million views from 11 days ago. So this could be an idea that you could go and straight up copy it, make the exact same video. And as long as you get it out, probably under like, I want to say like 3 weeks, less than 2 to 3 weeks especially is really, really good. If you can like go and just copy that video, recreate it in the next 5 or 6 days, it's probably going to do really well. You're never, okay, I'll clarify this. You're never going to do as well as the original video did, but you could easily do like 25% of the views or 30% of the views, and 25% of, what was the video? It was like 1.5 million or something like that. 25% of 1.4 million is like what, 350,000 or something like that. So that can be like a really, really successful channel. So copying from a new niche is a really great way to do it. Look for channels that are just low subscriber counts, just new channels that have at least even just one video that blew up like crazy. And then you could go copy that video. And then when that video does well, you can take that and turn it into more ideas, pretty much exactly like how this channel is doing. They just like doubled down and kept recreating the whole concept multiple times. Now, the next way that I like to do one-to-one copying, where you're just straight up copying from other creators, is looking for what I call a content gap. And that's the strategy we did on this channel that made almost $1 million. Actually, we've made way more than $1 million on this channel, but that's just from ad revenue. Of course, we have like sponsors all the time and all that stuff, but you know, it's harder for me to prove that, so I don't really want to talk about it too much, just because like we have this number right here of estimated revenue that is like very legit, that you guys can just see. I want to give you guys like full proof and transparency with just everything that I teach you. I think that's really important because most people don't really do that when they're teaching you guys how to grow on YouTube. So like I said, we copied this channel, AJ the Bold, and it was very, very successful for us. This is like one of my most successful channels we've ever done. And so what I do is I look for what I call a content gap. So what is a content gap? That is just a gap in the supply and demand of a certain type of content. So the supply in this case means the amount of videos that are being posted by creators, and the demand means how much those viewers want to actually watch those videos. And it's very easy to measure this. What you want to look for is creators that are doing at least 300 to 500,000 views a video, and they're posting videos less than once per week. And they also have like a 4 to 6% plus likes ratio. So the likes ratio just means what percentage of the viewers like the video. For example, if a video has 1,000 views and there are 40 likes on it, that would be a 4% likes ratio. And we can do the math, just like pull up a calculator really here. And so what I saw with this channel was, if we go back to, these are the oldest videos, by the way. This guy, he was doing these videos of like, my friends killed my dog and I got revenge. My friends and I are going to war. My friends grief my base. I fought the people who killed my dog. Like Minecraft videos, obviously, but like just kind of this like cool little story content, these like funny little skits where he's just, you know, has this like storyline where he's like beefing with his friends basically. And so we take a look at these videos. They're like 2 minutes long, 1 minute long, and really good likes ratio, I think. So 222,000, that's crazy. Like, obviously, when a video gets like this many views, the more views a video gets, the likes ratio is going to like decline over time. So with a video that has like 9.5 million views, you know, you might expect the likes ratio to be a little bit less, right? So this is like, okay, a 2.3% likes ratio. So it's not that high actually, but that's just because the video is so crazy amount of views. And then you also want to read the comments, right? Like you want to read the comments. People are just loving the content. A lot of people are just like telling jokes and memeing and stuff, but this likes ratio metric isn't like super strict, right? You got to consider the context of the channel. We could check like one of the videos that had like less amount of views, like this one maybe. I think also these have less likes just because they're shorter videos, but we could see this is like has half as many likes as the previous video, but still 2.7 million views. So this 124,000 divided by 2.7 million. You know, this is a 4.5% likes ratio. So perfect sign right here. And then he was posting about 1 to 2 videos a month. So because he was posting only 1 to 2 videos a month, I knew it was a really good opportunity for us to start doing that content. So what we did was we just pretty much copied him. We tried to make the content bigger and better in our own way. So I'll show you guys, first of all, we did like 8 months of just bullshit on this channel, just doing a bunch of random crap that never actually worked. But then when we finally did, this was our first video where we copied AJ the Bold, 2.5 million views. And that was after making like 80 videos of just random trash where we were actually like copying other channels, but it wasn't really working because we just didn't really do it very well. Whereas this one, we took his format, we changed it just a little bit. So instead of my friends killed my dog, it's my friends killed my bird. We just, you know, we want to make it a little bit unique. And then we kind of copied the thumbnail style a little bit as well too from this video. We copied the thumbnail. my friends killed my Minecraft dog and I got revenge. And so we also made the video longer. So it's a 7-minute video instead of 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. So we fleshed out the story a little bit more. So we tried to make the content better. We tried to make it a little bit bigger, and it worked really well. It worked instantly from the first video where we actually did this strategy, right? The other videos that we were doing on this channel, we were trying just a bunch of random stuff. Yes, we were taking inspiration from other channels, but none of them had content gaps and none of them were new niches. And a lot of the times just the execution of the actual content as well was really bad, right? So like if you're copying a video from someone else and you just make like the biggest dog shit and it's horrible and it's not going to work, right? Like if you're going to copy someone else's video, it should be at least as good as their video, right? That's what copying is, right? If you're not doing that, then you're just flailing around at that point. Like you're just running around with your head cut off at that point. Like the whole point of copying, I think the reason why I love copying other channels as a strategy is because it makes it really easy to learn how to make good content really quickly, right? Like this channel took us like 8 months to successfully grow. But once we like really started being shameless about it, like we really got shameless, like, all right, fuck it. Like, let's just fully copy this other guy. It's a good opportunity. It checks all the boxes. We know it's going to be good. So we just fully copy them, try to make it a little bit better, just blow up instantly, right? Like, and then we continued that. We just doubled down on it. Like later on, it took us a while to like really realize how good the opportunity was, because it did take like a couple weeks for that video to first get like the first 1 million views on it. But then eventually we like fully transitioned the channel into just doing these like story videos of like, friends killed my dad, so I called the army, or like my friends locked me in prison, so I got revenge. And then we started averaging like 1 million views a video for like 3 years and made a lot of money. The key for why our channel turned around in this area is just because we did it with something that we could execute pretty well on. Like we copied the channel and we actually like achieved the same level of content as the original creator. That I think was really the big thing that kind of flew us over the edge. If anything, we made the videos better than the original creator, at least in my opinion. I'm sure maybe some people would disagree with that, but I just think we did a really good job. And really, I think as well, like being willing to be like so shameless about the copying is what allowed us to succeed in the first place. Because by just throwing out any sense of like, oh, we don't want to copy this guy, like, oh, I don't want to, we don't want to do videos too much like this other guy. Like, no, forget that. Just make the best video possible. Who cares if it's been done before? As long as it is a good opportunity and works with these like concepts that we've established, just do it, right? So, okay, in the video, we credited him in the description. And then let's read the comments, right? It's literally everyone is just saying that we copied this other guy. Like, this video is inspiration by AJ the Bold. Like, mom, can we have AJ the Bold? We have AJ the Bold at home. It's like literally the comments just know, and nobody cares. Like everyone's making jokes about it. We say we copied him in the video. We just said like, hey, credit to this guy for the idea. And it's fine, right? Like people loved the video. And that's because we did something that was still really good. And we were able to do something that was still really good because we just gave up any sense of shame and just like fully accepted this is what we're doing. And then in order to make up for that, you just credit the original creator. And that was a really great way to do it. Now, another thing that worked really well, something that I've actually done very, very recently that I think you guys are going to love, is copying YouTube Shorts channels. Now, you can get really shameless with this, like really, really shameless with this. And the reason why is because when you're watching YouTube Shorts, people don't really read the channel name very easily. And the vast majority of YouTube Shorts views come from the Shorts feed, right? So let's say, let's see, where is it? So here we're at the analytics, 57 million views on Shorts, we made $4,000. Not a ton, nothing crazy like our other examples that I showed you, but this one was really recent. Like just a couple months ago, we started this channel, and then we actually very recently made like 4 other channels, literally just copying this channel that also are doing really well, similar numbers. So 98% of the views are coming from the Shorts feed. What happens in the Shorts feed? Let me show you right now. I'm going to show you. Let's go full screen cam for this one. You can see all my big YouTube plaques in their wonderful glory. So, okay, let's take a look at the Shorts feed. Look at this. You guys can see this? Okay, so this is how people watch Shorts. Literally, it's like this. Literally just scroll, 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 scroll. Like you don't even have time to read the channel name or like what it is or understand what's going on. It's like the channel name is like this little thing in the corner right here. And so what happens is this creates an effect where you can actually just copy videos from other Shorts creators and just like impersonate the original creator. And you know, you don't want to steal their content, you don't want to repost their videos, obviously. Like, you still have to make your own stuff, otherwise YouTube is going to demonetize you. But you can make Shorts content where you're just copying other creators and the viewers won't even know that the video is from a different channel. Like, think about that for a second. Like, the viewers literally will not know that you are a different channel. It's insane. It is like unbelievably shameless, but it is like unbelievably stupid easy to do. So all you have to do is find a big Shorts channel and then just copy their videos. And so what we do is we look for channels that are making what I call broad appeal Shorts, which just means Shorts videos that can appeal to anyone, stuff that's just broadly entertaining. So this is the channel that we copied, or one of them. There's like 20 other channels doing this, but this was like one of the channels that we copied for this niche in specific. It's literally this guy. He's just posting movie clips with like some text explanation, and then there's like a webcam reaction.
Easy, pal.
And the webcam is like literally, it's like an AI character. You could just use like HeyGen to make those, I think, is the best software for generating AI characters. You just do it on a HeyGen. You can literally make a free account, just do it for free. And then the rest you could set up like in Photoshop or something, or just in your editing software. It's like a little background, some text, and just posting movie clips, right? So posting cool movie clips. I think we literally just like get the movie clips from like other pages on Instagram. We don't take them from YouTube channels, but we take them from like other social media accounts, because there's accounts on TikTok and Instagram that do this type of content, so that we're not taking footage directly from other YouTube channels so that we can stay monetized. Because we have like the webcam reaction, the text and everything, it's additive enough so that we can get away with posting movie clips as well. And this is the format. It's like literally it's just text and movie clips and like some random, it's literally he's like reusing the same webcam reaction, just making it a different size so that it doesn't get like flagged by YouTube's demonetization, I think. But like there's literally like 20 channels doing this. This guy's doing like, I think he's doing like 200 million views a month or something like that. It's ridiculous. Maybe not this channel specifically, but there's like a bunch of channels in this niche that are doing 200 million views a month. So that's all we did. We just find YouTube Shorts channels, just straight up copy their videos. It's kind of shameless, but it works really, really well. And the nice thing with YouTube Shorts channels is that you can get views really quickly with Shorts. Like you could post 2 videos a day from day one, and then within like a week, you'll have something blowing up. And so this channel, we did this and it blew up. I think this is like right when we blew up, right? Like, let me show you actually just a little bit further back. So August, I think we started posting like, at the end of August, right? So we started posting like right here, August 27th. You could see this is the first video published, August 27th. And then boom, August 30th, 300,000 views in a day. September 4th, 2 million views in a day. Like literally 1 week. 1 week. 1 week. Do you understand? 1 week. And you're probably going to say like, well, Jeremy, how do you start videos on a channel and make money in 1 week? Because you're not monetized, right? It takes time to get monetized. So what we did was we just started on a pre-monetized channel. That's all we did. And so you can see there's like, negative revenue basically for the first whatever, because we weren't posting any videos. You can see right here, these are the uploads. There's no videos here. So we start posting 1 week, $141 in a day, $600 in a day. And okay, so now let's talk about the second aspect of this, which is copying with a twist. So how do we copy videos with a twist? That is something that I have done in some of the examples that I showed you if you're paying very close attention. Really all that is you're copying another channel, but you're just changing it like 20% or 30%, or just like adjusting things a little bit, adding your own little unique spin on it, but you're still pretty much copying the original creator if we're being honest with ourselves. But what does that look like? So first of all, we find a proven format, successful niche, good content style. I love looking for niches that are just from, small channels that have videos blowing up. I think that's really where you find the best opportunities on YouTube. Just any sort of video that has more than like 100,000 views from a channel with less than 10,000 subscribers is like big, big money. I've made so much money starting channels from stuff like that, as well as just new things, new niches. Content gaps as well are really, really good. So we take that proven successful thing and we bring it to a new or adjacent niche in order to be the first or only person doing it. And then you could also apply what's working to a new sub niche or a new focus. So when you find a niche, when you find a topic, when you find a good video idea, you want to look at the content and just think, what else could this work for? So the most obvious thing is like TV shows, gaming, country or cultures, documentary stuff, right? Like with gaming, it's really, really easy. One of the other reasons why I really love gaming is because like you can find a League of Legends channel making a ton of really successful videos, make those videos for Valorant or for a different game, right? Like just any other game, whatever the new game is that's coming out. And that is like one of the easiest ways to get amazing ideas. Same thing with TV shows, right? Like TV channels about TV shows are one of the biggest niches blowing up on YouTube right now. And it's super easy to just look at a channel that's blowing up, making videos about like Rick and Morty or Gumball or some random cartoon show or SpongeBob, and then just go and make that for a different show. Make it for Adventure Time, make it for some other Cartoon Network show or some other thing that's like still within the same realm of content. So let's go through a bunch of examples of this. So within the topics of sports, for example, you've got stuff, there's a bunch of channels that make videos about football or basketball or baseball or hockey. And adjacent niches are going to be things that fall under the sports umbrella. These are all things where like you could look at if you're doing a hockey channel, you could look at a basketball channel and just find videos that are doing really well on basketball and just make those for hockey. And it's stupid easy to have success with this. Same thing within gaming. You've got like different games, right? These are adjacent niches. Minecraft, Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto. These are adjacent niches. So this is how you find adjacent niches, adjacent video ideas. So let's talk about different ways to do any sort of adjacent topic. So I think there's really 4 ways that I think are really successful. There's probably more than this, but I think these 4 are like consistently reliable for me. First off, we have take a proven format or idea and bring that to an adjacent or unique topic. Then you've got kind of the reverse, which is take an adjacent format to a growing or trending or different topic. Take the original idea, do something bigger and better. And then something that's also very interesting is we have the format of the actual content itself. So there's actually 3 ways to make any sort of topic on YouTube. First of all, you've got shorts. Then we have long form videos, so like 5 to 20 minutes. And then we also have what I call movies. I also call this super long form in some cases. So these are going to be videos that are like 30 to 60 minutes long, even 2 to 4 hours. So one thing I've seen that works really well is channels that finding long form videos and just changing those into shorts, or finding long form videos, changing those into movies. So taking the content and just changing the format. So the reason why there's 3 ways to make any sort of YouTube video, any sort of YouTube topic or idea, is because these 3 formats have completely different viewers. So shorts viewers are people watching from mobile. Long form is generally going to be people watching from PC, tablets, a little bit on mobile, but not really as much. And then movies really targets the TV audiences. And each of these 3 audiences have completely different viewing behaviors. So as a result, you can essentially take something that's working really well for shorts and make it into long form videos. Take something that's working really well for long form, make those into movies. You could take something that's, really good for movies and turn it into long form. I will say I haven't seen a ton of success with people taking shorts and turning those into movies, but I think going from shorts to long form to shorts, movies to shorts, or long form to movies all work really well. Same thing with movies to long form. And of course, any sort of format with face can always be done faceless. I think in my opinion, there's really no content that can't be done faceless, because you could always just hire someone else to host the videos for you. So copy the topic, but do it with a new idea. Copy the idea, but do it with a new topic. Copy the idea, but change the format. So the format being shorts, long form, or movies. And then we have also a very secret tech. This is like hidden tech that like the biggest, craziest YouTubers, they all do this, but no one will ever tell you about this. This is like just insanely powerful. And that is copying the content, but doing it in a different language. You see, on YouTube, 65% of all viewers on YouTube do not speak English. And so if you're making videos in English, most people make videos in English. So the English market on YouTube is incredibly competitive. It's like over half of the content creators are making videos in English. So one thing that we do, this works really well with like AI content or content that's really easy to make, but just gets way oversaturated. If you ever find a saturated niche, one of my favorite things to do is just take that and do it in German, do it in French, do it in Spanish, do it in Portuguese, do it in, I think, what are the other languages? Arabic, Japanese, Korean, Indonesian. There's also Hindi, I guess, but Hindi revenue is just really not that great. But those are really the best languages that YouTube has told me are really good for translations. So if you're doing like AI, if you're doing a niche that's extremely saturated, I think this is like just hidden, insanely like unpatched strategy that you guys, well, thank you for watching it all the way this deep into the video. That's your reward right there. So let's go back to our examples here. Just a little bit of examples for adjacent copying examples, copying with a twist. So I'm going to go through just a couple YouTube channels and just give you guys some very clear examples of this. So we've got, remember, copy topic but new idea, copy idea but new topic, copy idea but change the format, and then copy the content but a different language. So the first channel we've got here is called Dinzo. He does these animated explainers. So he's actually the first guy who ever did these animated explainer videos. He's like the guy that blew up the niche of why it sucks to be born as a Komodo dragon, why it sucks to be born as an eagle, why it sucks to survive a wild animal attack, why it sucks to be born as a giant anaconda. And so people took this format and they changed it to other things. So for example, movies and TV shows. So for example, this guy right here, Wallace, copied the Dinzo channel and he started doing it about movie characters. Why it sucks to be a Jedi, why it sucks to be, you know, Superman and a Hobbit and Green Lantern, all this other stuff. And so people took that idea and just changed the topic. So copy the idea, but new topic. So that is something people did that was really successful. Same thing that also worked really well was copying the topic, but doing a new idea. So POV. So in this case, they did, you know, they copied kind of like the topic of like, instead of why it sucks to be an international arms dealer, they changed it to POV, you're an international arms dealer. And it's like a story of what it would be like to be an international arms dealer, but it's still copying the concept of the animated explainer video. Same thing with a lot of the other videos on this channel. You know, people do these like everything explained in 20 minutes or whatever, where they are copying the idea and doing new topics. Same thing with copying topics and doing new ideas. Now we also have another one. This is another example of copying topics, but doing new ideas. So let's go abroad in Japan. And this is a really interesting one because I actually worked with a couple channels that did this specifically, like this actual channel, where we would just look at this channel and like the person that I work with, they were living in South Korea when I lived in Korea at the time. And literally all that we did was just take this channel, go through all the video ideas and just make them. But instead of for Japan, we would make them for South Korea. So 12 things not to do in South Korea, 12 reasons not to move to South Korea. You know, we did a bunch of other videos and there's like, if you're like a really super genius, you could find some videos with me in them on that other channel that I'm not going to bring up, but it's just a very interesting thing that works really well. Another thing I've seen people do a ton of is, you know, same thing with real life lores, like geography channels, like just copying these ideas and doing them for different countries. Like why Iran is rapidly dying. You could just do that for any other country. There's like 200 countries in the world, like literally 200 countries. Change the topic to a new idea or copy the idea into a new topic. It's like really, really simple. Skip the tutorial. I kind of showed that a little bit earlier, but that's just another gaming example of these like educational gaming videos. I copied this guy like 3 different channels. Works really well. He just has a ton of like educational Minecraft videos. Just, it's not really educational, but it's just like informational and it's really entertaining. Rebound and out of bounds. These are sports examples. And then we also have some other examples for something I call audience hacking. I'll probably make a video on audience hacking later on because that's like a totally different subject actually. And so when people ask me like, hey, is it morally wrong to copy videos from other channels? I might say, yeah, sure, it's morally wrong to copy videos from other channels. It's also morally wrong to be poor when your mom is at the hospital having brain surgery and needs $50,000 for you to pay for her treatment. It's also morally wrong when you have kids and you can't afford to feed them or to give them nice clothes or to put them in a nice school. It's morally wrong for you yourself if you end up with some sort of hospital bill or some sort of problem and you just don't have the money to pay for it. That is my take on that. Take it for what you will, but this is the Unfiltered YouTube channel, so you guys get my real honest thoughts about these things. If you guys ever want to work with me, if you want me to coach you and help you grow your YouTube channel, we've got like a fully built out content system that we're just like duplicating for a lot of our students these days. It's really, really powerful. You can apply for my coaching program at the link in the description, and you'll also get all of my resources and systems that we use on our personal channels that we're building with AI and shorts and all that stuff. Like all the systems we built out for this channel to just make the videos like super, super stupid easy to make. Same thing with a lot of the other channels I showed you, like all of our systems and everything, as well as getting directly coached one-to-one by me. You can apply at the link in the description. And everyone else, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this video didn't go on too long, but